Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Been a while since I've been back. I just got back from Germany yesterday. Oh, that was a trip. I went to Gamescom. You guys ever been to Germany? This was my second time in Germany. The first time I was in Germany was for a Hearthstone event. This was my second time. And I went to Gamescom, which is really cool. If you guys don't know what Gamescom is, it's this giant gaming convention. And I would say it's like one of the best conventions I've been to, because all the game companies kind of go all out with their decorations for it. So much booze. There's 10 convention halls. It's not one convention hall. If you ever been to a convention, imagine that, but times 10. The only problem is it's in what feels like the middle of nowhere in Germany, in this random city called Cologne. And the downside is you have to wait. Well, here's what I don't get about conventions. People go to these conventions and they stand in line for 4 hours, 5 hours to play the demo for a game. And I feel like that's such a long time. How was the German train experience? It was normal. It was a normal train. Yeah. The German people are a stoic bunch. I was co-streaming my DSG games from my hotel room, and it was like 1 a.m. and I was obviously yelling, cheering for my team. And my neighbor got angry at me and aggressively knocked on my door. And like, instead of saying like, "Hey, can you keep it down?" he just said, "You are so loud." And I said, "Okay, sorry, I'll keep it down." And he said, "Okay, that's it." And then he left. He was an Asian German too. There's a surprising amount of Vietnamese Germans I've noticed. When I think about the Germans I know or the Germans I've seen on Twitch that are Asian, most of them tend to be Vietnamese. And there was a good amount of Vietnamese restaurants in Germany. They were all horrible though. They were horrible. If you ever go to Germany and you have the option to eat Vietnamese food, don't. It's bad. To be fair, I will say I'm pretty spoiled from having like good food. Los Angeles has good food and like a lot of Asian restaurants here, so I think I'm spoiled. That's why going to Germany, to a city in the middle of nowhere, to eat their Asian food was probably not a good idea.